Hi, so I'm here in the catacomb. I finally made it here. It took me around 1 hour of waiting, and it opens at 10 a.m. in the morning. So I got here by 9 o'clock, and I've been waiting since then. So it was a good thing that I did not have to stand in the line for a long time. But now finally that I have the ticket, and now I'm walking through this dark alley, and it's like a never-ending alley, and we're just walking along. I'm not pretty sure this walls look a little damp, and it's pretty cold inside, and it's been never-ending walk since then. So there are parents out here in the road, if you can see. And it's pretty chilly out here. It's outside of Paris is to get 30 degrees centigrade, and here it's pretty cold. It's almost like an air-conditioned room. The best way to reach Catacombs is by metro, and the station is Denfert or Raspail. I was in Gardelieu, so from Gardelieu I took a metro to Nation, and from Nation you get the Green Line metro, which takes you to Denfert or Raspail. Denfert is the nearest one, and it's better to go there at around 8, start at around 8 a.m. in the morning and reach there by 9, because it starts off at 10 a.m. in the morning, and you need to be there before at least 9 a.m. because then you'll come across less queues of line, because there is a huge queue always, and hundreds of people are there to see the catacombs. So it's better if you reach there by 9. In the late 18th century, when major public health problems tied to the city's cemeteries led to a decision to transfer their content to an underground site, Paris authorities chose an easily accessible site that was at the time located outside the capital, the former Tombeau quarries under the plain of Montrouge. The first evacuations were made from 1785 to 1787 and concerned the largest cemetery in Paris, the Saint Innocents Cemetery. The site was consecrated as Paris Municipal Ossuary on April 7, 1786, and from that time forward took on mythical name of Catacombs, in reference to Roman catacombs which had fascinated the public since their discovery. Starting in 1809, the catacombs were opened to the public by appointment. The catacomb is 20 meters deep, almost the size of a 5-story building, 243 steps, 131 steps to go down, and 112 steps to climb up. It has a total distance of 1.5 kilometers in circuit, almost around 1500 meters, and a total surface area of 11,000 square meters. The bones, which had previously been loosely piled, were carefully organized in walls according to a quarry backfill arrangement. The facade consists of rows of debris alternating with skulls, and the remaining bones were piled behind the wall. They were often only small fragments as consequences of their being dumped into the quarry. Masonry monuments in antique and Egyptian styles were installed along the circuit in the shape of Doric columns, altars, stills, or tombs. Certain areas were named after religious, romantic, or antique sources, such as Lacrimentary sarcophagus, the Samaritan fountain, or the sepulchral lamp. With the aim of adding an additional aspect to the circuit, Hericat de Thierry had 2 cabinets built in the style of traditional cabinets of curiosities. One was dedicated to mineralogy, the other to pathology. The pathology cabinet showed specimens that referred to bone illness and deformations, as established by research of Dr. Michel Augustin in 1789. Another pedagogical tool are the plaques, featuring religious and poetic texts that are found throughout the galleries. They encourage visitors towards introspection and meditation on death. During the geological era, Paris and the surrounding area were covered by tropical sea. Several meters of sediment and mud accumulated at the bottom of the sea and became limestone over time. The level of the catacombs corresponds to the limestone layer, which represents the period known as Lutetian, in reference to Lutetia, the name of Paris in Roman times. From 40 to 48 million years old on the geological scale, this band ranges between the upper, middle, and lower Lutetian. The quarries occupied the upper and middle levels, while a level well named the quarry's footbath in the center of the circuit descends all the way to the lower level. This precise site where the bank strata has been identified and described has become an international reference for geological strata. The Lutetian layer also contains the fossilized remains of an extensive marine biodiversity. As the sea dried up, the marine fauna left behind rich fossil deposits in the limestone banks. And these deposits were composed of lots of crustaceans and gastropods that can be seen today on the catacomb circuit. A great variety of sediment are found in Paris, and since antiquity they have supplied large quantities of building material in the form of sand, sandstones, clay, and gypsum. However, Lutetian limestones are also known as Paris stones, supplied the major part of building stone until the early 20th century. This high quality stone began to be used in antiquity for the monuments of Lutetia and was obtained from open pit quarries dug into natural outcropping in Beaver Valley. After being partially abandoned in Merovingian times, extraction started up once again in the Middle Ages when the major Paris worksites were put in place for the building of churches, the Louvre Castle, and the city walls. Today, pathological research continues when the work is undertaken to consolidate the ossuary, ensuring the preventive conservation of the bones in very humid underground environment, respecting human remains and promoting the geological, archaeological, and historical heritage are real challenges for Paris catacombs. So that was our trip to catacomb, and now it's a long way back. You can see it's all spiral stairs, and it's pretty cold. But it's not at all suffocating. In fact, they have ventilation and good air flow inside. We got to see a lot of human skulls today. I've never seen so many. I've never seen one even, a real one. Pretty weird. I hope you enjoyed this. Now after this, probably we'll go to Montmartre, Sacre Coeur.